Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another live trading webinar. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, Mladen from Croatia. Larry, good morning, Larry. Ruben said, good morning, Theo. Good morning, Ruben. Mogiol, my friend, good morning, Mr. Theo and everyone. First like of the day. Thank you so much, Mogiol. Maria is with us today. Good morning to all traders. Good morning, Maria. Mr. Nick. Good morning, Nick. Francis, thanks for your message. Good morning, all from Gambia. Good morning, Francis. Janice, good morning. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, Janice. Florence said, good morning, Theo and everyone. Best wishes from South Africa. Wow. So interesting to see people from all over the world joining this webinar. Roland said, good morning, all. Good morning, Roland. Darshan, my friend. Morning, good. That's a nice good morning, Darshan. Tumelo said, good morning, Theo and everyone in all channel. Tumelo from South Africa. So second viewer from South Africa. And Angelo, good morning from Plymouth. Plymouth, oh, interesting. So, as usual, let's go with the risk warning. First, this content is for general information only and is not intended to provide trading or investment advice or any personal recommendation. Weekly fundamental analysis, you will find the podcast in your website. And if you haven't downloaded the mobile application, please make sure you do that. So let's share the screen and let's check the charts. So let's start with the pound US dollar. Yesterday, we had this move to the upside, basically. Sorry, guys, I'm just rearranging a little bit my screens here. So the breakout looks like it's a valid breakout. We have two closes above this area, so the market moves away in a nice way from the support, and that means that when it comes back and reaches this zone, the support, most likely we're going to see some more continuation. Now, traders, they play this setup in both ways. There are traders that they want to. One second, guys, something wrong with the platform. Just give me 1 minute. Oh, come on. Okay, now it's better. So I was saying that traders, when they see the price making these nice higher highs and higher lows, each candle or each, sorry, here are the candles, each candle moves away from the previous one. They are looking for a reversal candle somewhere at the top to short this to the downside. So for today, it looks like bullishness is in place. Euro US dollar, pretty much the same. Strong breakout yesterday. And we do expect the price to climb up to the next resistance. Here is the next resistance. As I always say, please try to keep trading simple. Choose a time frame, you do your analysis, and then time frame you execute. And you're going to always find trends in all time frames. You just need to know which one you prefer based on your risk appetite and based on your personality. Like If you want to trade 5 trends in a day, you're going to look at the 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 3-minute charts, 1-minute charts, whatever. But if you want to trade in a long term or swing trading, or you want to heavily base your trade setups like myself in the price action, then most likely you're going to use the higher time frames. And also depends on your availability to how much time you can spend in front of the chart, right? Like if you can come every 4 hours or 1 hour and check the charts, then yeah, you might consider to be more active on these time frames. But for me, I would like to, regardless if I'm in front of the charts every day and all the time pretty much, but I prefer to just keep it simple. And I don't want to take trading decisions all the time throughout the day. There are other obligations, so I prefer the daily charts here or the 12-hour time frames. So Australian dollar, US dollar, price broke nicely to the upside yesterday as well. So we are looking to target some higher levels up here. New Zealand US dollar, again, very weak US dollar, and the New Zealand also took advantage. Now, on this time frame, we see that market make a higher high and a higher low. Therefore, we can draw an upward trend line. Here is the trend line from the bottom to the other bottom. We don't cut prices in the middle. The resistance in this time frame, it appears to be up there. So there is fairly room of, from current price, about 25 pips. This cannot be utilized on the 4-hour chart or the 1-hour chart. I think we have to go down to the lower time frames. But for daily traders, I don't see any setup here. So let's move on. USD JPY, we've approached this support. And why did I draw this support, guys? Because I look at the weekly chart and I find out that here it's a support. So I come on the daily chart and I keep an eye on the support. If there is a bullish engulfing, I would like to participate to the upside. F. Mombua said, good morning from Nairobi. Good morning, my friend. Carlos said, good morning. And Rumen said, good morning, guys. Good morning to both of you, Carlos and Rumen. So, as we were at the USD JPY, we will see if it's going to be some kind of rejection here on the 4-hour chart. What traders they like to look at for double bottoms, for reversal. Again, I explained you numerous of times that this kind of double bottom, most of the times it's not an ideal double bottom. We want double bottom to have candle or candle lines or bar charts at least 15 to 20 time periods from each other to confirm the validity of the double bottom. So USD Canadian dollar, on the weekly chart, we broke below this this line here, and the market now is heading towards to retest the next support zone. As we said, it was a nice bearish engulfing. Here it was 100 pips, but 150 pips, it's only the reward to risk, and it's not an ideal setup that I prefer. So I didn't take the trade. Euro JPY still on a free fall, but, and I will repeat that numerous of times, based on the time frame I trade, and I go to the weekly chart to do my analysis. I see that Euro JPY is in this uptrend, overall uptrend. There is a tentative trend line, upward trend line here. One, we have two, we have the retest here, and then 3 and the 4 point is testing now. I will place an alert below the low of the previous candle. If the price penetrates the previous candle low, I would like to place a buy order above the previous candle high or the close, because it's at the same area. And why I do this at this point and I didn't do that at this point here, guys, simply because we are at an area that price might reverse. We are at an area of trend line, upward trend line. And also, I assume there is some kind of fib retracement here. Yes, exactly the 50%. Two levels of confluence, very powerful and strong. And if you're going to plot moving average, I'm pretty sure that it's going to interact with maybe the 50-day period moving average, or maybe the 20, I'm not sure, but something it must be going on there. Pound JPY, similar scenario. Based on this time frame that I do the analysis, the execution time frame shows there is some kind of upward trend line that can be used as support. Also, let's check the fib. Fib, it's at 38.2%. It's not something that I like to trade off. But yeah, overall, it has an upward momentum. Australian dollar JPY, price came nicely at this level of support, and a hammer yesterday forced the buyers to step in, and we see today a new high in the price. So pretty bullish for the day. Guys, feel free to type any questions on the chat box. Canadian dollar JPY, although we had raise of the interest rates by the Bank of Canada, we didn't see any rally of the Canadian dollar. Weekly chart came from this resistance, and it's hitting towards some areas of support. Be mindful, guys, there is an area of support here. Previous, the most recent candle's low, and there is also an area of support here, there. Traders, they choose which one they think it's a strong area of support, and they can wait the price to come all the way down. And after that, maybe we can initiate some long positions. For me, because it's not that clear and we already broke outside, we broke below this upward trend line, I would like to use some kind of fib retracement and to find some possible areas where the fib number matches with the price level. So it's a bit confusing, the CAD JPY. Kiwi JPY, that was among with the Australian dollar JPY, a nice rejection at this recent area of support. Very clear area here, or this one. I would rather use this one here, not because the price found some support yesterday, but because it's a very obvious low and a swing. After this swing broken, the next swing is this one here. So that's my opinion. And we might see some rally. Now, strong resistance in the market, it found to be this high here, and there is this room to move. Euro Canadian dollar, I was looking for the bearish engulfing yesterday. Prior to the news event, I placed a sell stop order here because the price already created a new high, but it never triggered. So I didn't enter in this trade. Now we have closed one candle above the resistance. If we're going to have two closes in a row, it means it's a valid breakout, and we will be looking to buy it. USD CHF, interesting lower highs and lower lows, very strong Swiss franc. We surpass both support zones. Let's zoom out to find the next one. We cannot see it on the weekly chart, so we have to flip to the monthly chart. And if we don't see anything on the left, now we have to see something, ideally. So there is an obvious support here at this lower point. And back to the weekly. It looks like that the market so based on this chart, we see if the price will close below this point, then the next area of support is down here. So a free fall can give us good trades for the next couple of months in this pair. So let's keep an eye on the USD CHF. Euro New Zealand, that's a bit messy here. Bearish engulfing yesterday, bullish engulfing didn't move the price that well. Then bearish engulfing came. We are in the middle of this consolidation. So this consolidation here, let's see what's going to happen. And we will act accordingly. This upward trend line, it's not any kind of useful for this time frame analysis. And let's move to the next one. Euro, Great British Pound. Bullish engulfing yesterday, along with positive divergence. Price makes a lower low, but the indicator makes higher low. And that's a strong and bullish engulfing with divergence, with positive divergences at support. It's a very strong indication that price might want to push higher. If we check the weekly chart, guys, we see that this double bottom here, it's a nice one. It's been 4 weeks, took to retest, and there is a support, sorry, a resistance can be seen at this point here. So if the price start moving higher, then this area here, it can be used as to monitor it for maybe some reversals. Pound Australian dollar. Weekly chart. Let's put this resistance here. We have a resistance line here, very obvious. If we rearrange it to readjust based on the previous resistance on the previous week's activity. Now there is an interesting setup maybe for next week, and if the price in the next few days it's going to keep trading below this upward trend line, we will be looking for some short opportunities, definitely. Let's see what's going to happen. Pound Canadian dollar, fairly weakness in the pound, to be honest. Also, Canadian dollar is weak. We are at this resistance. I will be looking for a bearish engulfing. Therefore, I will place a trading alert here. And if today's price penetrates the previous candle's high, I will set up a sell stop order below this. That's 100. Yeah, below this low here. Pound New Zealand, retest this resistance. Constantly, we observe the RSI printing bearish divergences, and the market is just pressing low. Very strong QE among the currency pairs and the Australian dollar as well, guys. Okay. Rumen asked, Theo, have you scalped pound US dollar on 10 a.m. open? I'm asking because the spread is better than indexes till 10:15. I didn't scalp I never scalped the pound US dollar, neither the euro US dollar, Rumen. Of course, the spread are, it must be narrower due to more liquidity on the pound. Darshan said, Theo, I tried seeing USD/JPY support zones on 4-hour chart, yet it keeps on dropping. Cannot see a fib level where it can be held. Guys, when we draw support and resistance lines, we don't know which one it's going to hold and which one it's not going to hold. And that's why I always, I don't recommend, I don't advise, I always express my opinion that if there is no price action seen there to reverse the move, then it's not worth risking the money on the trade. That's my personal opinion. And basically that's how I trade, okay? Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, nothing here. Aussie, New Zealand, I had a pending order yesterday that didn't trigger. You see, guys, this downward trend line and this resistance market was unable to move beyond this this area of consolidation, sorry, this area of confluence, and we had this dodgy candle or line rejecting the higher prices. So maybe we're going to see more continuation here. It's not a price action I trade, so I won't take this trade now. Let's check the fib to see another level of confluence. Yeah, 50%. It's a very strong fib area in a downtrend, rejecting the downward trend line. So very promising. Bullish engulfing yesterday on the Kiwi cut, and the market is pressing higher. I tried to get involved here and I got a losing trade the last few days on the Kiwi cut based on the bullish engulfing. DAX moving higher, so pretty strong. And let's see, we do have this high here and then this high there. We will see the 4-hour chart for more clarity. That's too high. And then we have a low down here. So pretty much here is the area we can focus on. On the DAX, on the hourly time frame, there is a strong uptrend developed. Let's check the 5-minute chart and see if our setup will be favorable. We don't see any trend here. Market, it's a mess. So if I'm about to sell it, I will use this as a sell stop. And if I'm about to buy, I will use this one as a buy stop. So 2 pending orders here. I don't think so they're going to be triggered. No, I don't think so. If I see the candle becoming black in the next few minutes, I will cancel the orders and I will place them again just 1 minute before the London Open. So 4 minutes prior to the London Open, the gold, of course, it takes advantage of the US dollar weakness, and that it didn't sustain below the line we drew yesterday. We had in our chart. Here it's a nice resistance. Another, here are multiple resistance for this time frame. So sometimes we identify the direction, but we are not able to capture the move. WTI is pushing higher. It was a very strong accumulation occurred here, as we can see. Days and weeks of accumulation in the price. Let's go back to the DAX. We don't see any move that is worrying for our pending orders prior to the London Open. Silver and Cooper, both they pressed higher yesterday. Bitcoin, it put this bearish engulfing candle. We'll see if it's going to break to the upside. And it looks like there is an there is not converge. It doesn't converge with the euro, with the pound against the US dollar, and with the gold, the Bitcoin. Because many traders, they come to me and they ask me, Theo, is gold and Bitcoin, it moves the same and blah, blah. It looks like from the charts that it doesn't. For the silver, on the weekly chart, we have this resistance and then this swing of the support. Market is moving higher, therefore we do expect to see some sort of reaction and continuation, at least up to this point. So fairly bullish on this one. For our chart, yesterday exploded during the New York session. Back to the DAX, 1 minute chart. And let's see if any order will be triggered and what should we expect to see today. Just 1 minute before the London Open, so we will keep an eye on that. Hans asked for indices. Larry said platinum is slow moving. Is it worth trading? I wouldn't trade the platinum, Larry, because of the wide spread and the pretty much the low liquidity. We got triggered on the sell order here on the DAX. And let's see if the price will continue. Therefore, I will cancel the buy stop order. Would like to see a little bit push to the downside to close the trade. Let's see what's going to happen. Palmier said, good morning, Palmier. So 10 points already played, and I would like to get out of the trade, to be honest. Yep, 1081. Done. I got out of the trade, guys, about 12 points. So that was pretty fast. The 1 minute chart. We had a very nice break to the downside, and yeah, maybe we're going to see more continuation, but who knows. Anyway, I'm out of the trade. I don't know what is going to happen next, but the only thing I know is that the trade played out well. Let's check out the indices. Nasdaq making higher highs, fairly bullish. We are not above the oversold condition, so pretty bullish on the Nasdaq and on all the indices, guys. S&P 500, the same bullishness here. FTSE, I was looking for the bullish engulfing here to buy the FTSE because it had a good support, but the bullish engulfing never appears, so I didn't trade. And stock 50 is trading between this range. Here it's a resistance, and here it's a support. So now we are in the middle of this trading range. Anything can happen, but really I expect the price to continue until this point here. All right, guys, I think that's all from me today. I don't see any questions. Sajida, hello and welcome. Darshan said, okay, you didn't start with a nice joke, but you ended with a nice joke. Okay, guys, I will be looking forward to see everyone again at the same time on the tomorrow's webinars. For now, I wish you to have happy trading and enjoy your day. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.